Aaron wrote to me saying, is working to break up a couple ever justified? My friend is in a horrible relationship with an abusive partner who treats her terribly and has cheated many times in the past. We all know what is going to happen, but is it still wrong to try to break them up? This is a very interesting question, Lewis, because on the one hand, Aaron seems to be saying, and it's Erin, so I believe it's a she. Aaron is saying her friend is in a relationship with a guy who has cheated. The guy is abusive, and she's in a situation where she just cannot see the light. What if we work behind the scenes to try to get them to break up? It's deceptive, but we're doing it for her own best interests. At the same time, you could say, well, who are you to determine what is in her own best interest? And it would be completely wrong for you to make that determination and impose yourself upon her relationship. What's your view generally about this?
I think that there are lots of people who, there are lots of relationships you can look at, and it can be very clear, no doubt in your mind, that that one person is being terrible to the other, and that, yes, this is not a relationship that should be happening. And I think that sometimes the person who is being taken advantage of or treated poorly will never come to the realization that this is a relationship they need to get out of. So I think that I am okay with this type of thing happening.
Now, what about the simple fact that as much as you can know about the relationship of two others without being in it, and you could know a lot, right? Maybe your friend is really telling you a lot, that you can never really know everything, and that you may be deciding based on the incomplete information that you have. Now, the counter would be, hey, I know that he's punching her in the face and she will never go to the police about it. And it doesn't matter how good of a guy he is. It doesn't matter how nice he is when he cooks dinner for her every night or whatever, that there's nothing that could possibly make up for punching her in the face. Thus, I need to take action. But there could be other situations that are less like that, right? Where you don't know the full thing. You're convinced it's not going to work because of significant apparent personality disputes or inconsistencies. But you don't really know everything, and you might choose to take an action that you think is fully informed, and it really is not.
And I try not to jump to conclusions. If I see a situation like this, I try to think that way. And I have observed situations that I thought clearly, yes, bad relationship needs to end. And other ones where I say, well, yeah, there's some things happening that aren't ideal, but, I don't know everything. I don't see everything. So I'm just not going to comment on it.
But long and short of it, there are situations in which you would see yourself feeling okay, getting involved, working behind the scenes surreptitiously to try to make the relationship end.
If working behind the scenes is what's necessary, yes. If you can't just come out and say this needs to end and you need to be kind of keep that on the down low, yeah, I think that I'm okay with that.
I'm a little more cautious than Lewis. Conceptually, I can dream up scenarios where I would say I have no choice. I need to try to interject here. But the line would be pretty high for me, because if someone were to try to do that to a relationship I'm in, although retroactively I might recognize that it was the right decision not to be with that person, I think I would certainly harbor resentment. So I would say to Aaron to be very, very careful about this. But Lewis, I mean, it sounds like you're saying to Aaron, if you're sure, then you should go ahead.
If you are sure, make sure you have all the information. Make sure you're making a good decision.
Wow.
That's all I can say. I mean, I don't know the details, but if it's that bad, maybe you have to act.
Send me your thoughts on this. Is it always right to try to act in this way? Is it always wrong? Does it just depend on the scenario? Keep the audience questions coming. We have a great bonus show coming up. Go to davidpakman.com/membership to sign up for that.